Hey everybody, Steven here, and today I have a review for the Fray Fitness soft medicine balls here. Now these go from 8 pounds, they have 8, 10, 14, 15, 20, 25, and I think 30 with these. Price range, you're looking from like 39 bucks for the 8 pounder all the way up to like, I think it ends up being like in the mid 50s for the 25, 30 pounder. So price point wise, these are really, really good. If you look on Amazon, you'll find some, but the material itself isn't quite the same. The leather itself isn't quite the same. So what you end up getting is that this peels rather easily, or they get punctured very easily. But I can tell you, whatever this material is very, very good, right? It's gonna be harder to puncture this than some of the other med balls that I've had over the years here. So if you're looking for these, and you can get a discount code, I would say these are a very, very good buy. Not only for the build quality here, but for the price as well. So I have the 10 and 15 here. I did get these, I ended up using the code, so I can't give you the exact number offhand, what these ended up being. But when I'm paying pretty much the same price on Amazon, that's a huge plus for me. So build-wise, the material, like I said, I can't quite tell you what it is. It's not the softer leather. This has a little bit of grip to it. So I do like that because some of the other ones, when it is softer, these will slip right through your hands, especially if you're doing something where you're tossing it back and forth between people or you're having your clients do that. It's not really fun when this slips through your hands and busts you in the face, especially if it's heavy, okay? On the front here, you can see the stitching here, which is just normal rope. And then we have handles here, which I never use these personally for anything, but if you want to put something through them, I guess you have the ability to do so. The stitching here, you'll notice this one is ripped, so you're probably gonna be like, oh man, I thought you said these were really good and this is good build quality, and then this rips off. I am throwing this at a wall that typically I wouldn't say or recommend that you do. And I'll actually show some video of me doing wall ball and doing some chest pass and things like that at the wall. It is a concrete like brick or I don't know, what would that be? Those are like concrete blocks, right? That's the wall that I'm throwing this at. I'm not throwing it at like the wall behind me, which is what you're typically gonna find in a facility. With that, I'm not even gonna recommend you do it at that, because what happens with the softer wall like that, a lot of times I've been at a gym where they did this and I told them not to, and they started throwing it against the wall. It was another trainer, by the way, and they literally busted the drywall, right? They put a huge dent in it. So I'm not gonna throw it against this drywall here, but I don't also recommend that you throw it against this, because this doesn't have anything over it. It's just exposed concrete. So with that, concrete blocks, cinder blocks, with that, that is a very rough surface. And if you go to the outside of the building that I'm at, it's actually soft because they've painted it. That is what you should throw this against. Something that's very, very solid here, that's smooth in texture. The reason you're getting this, and you'll see it with some of the areas here on the stitching, is because I'm throwing it at this rough wall. If you run your hand across this, it's not fun, right? So it's got a bunch of different just bumps and grooves in it that make it so that when we're throwing it at it, it slowly did this. This isn't typically gonna happen to anybody though, because you're not throwing it, hopefully, against a rough surface. But that does kind of prove my full point in terms of durability. If you look at the stitching here, and actually the area that they've put on this, like this is where I could tell how solid this is. Yes, it's worn this down a little bit, but other ones, when they're thrown against a wall like that, and I've had these now for going on 6 months, like these will get demolished. I've seen it. You buy those off-brand ones and they're just not as good of a material. What happens is these stitches bust open and eventually you get a hole. And then you'll see it at certain gyms where they try to like duct tape it shut, which that just ends up busting and it turns into a whole thing. These are solid, right? I can tell, even throwing it against this rough wall, like these are gonna last a very long time, which is awesome, especially if you have a home gym and you're slamming these on the ground, right? We do that as well. We treat them like a sand ball, but we do ball slams because it bounces back up. This can handle it, okay? So if you have a home gym, you can slam this on the floor. That's gonna last forever, right? Or maybe you have something that you can throw it on. Even if I took this and you're gonna throw it on your driveway is smoother than what I'm throwing this on. It's still gonna be fine. So These are very, very solid products. The stitching is phenomenal. Just the overall feel to them as well. I've had some, and I have one here where this feels solid and even. And then some of them, for whatever reason, I don't get it. I don't know if it's how they pack these, because inside of this is just a bunch of fabric, right? That's how they give it the weight, and they've just packed it in there. Much like a punching bag, right? But some of them, for whatever reason, you'll grab it, and it's kind of like slam balls, like sand slam balls. Some of them, for whatever reason, it's not even, it's not uniform. You'll grab it and you'll feel that the weight kind of wants to flop or tilt or anything like that. And so it feels like it's just, I don't know how to say it other than it's almost like it's soggy. Like this feels solid, uniform. The other ones don't. It doesn't feel uniform. So when you go to throw it or toss it, especially when you go to toss it, it's not uniform. It comes at you, it'll hit here, and then it wants to, like that back end wants to flop forward more. And if this doesn't have good grip like this has, boom, you're gonna get busted in the face more often than not. So this just is a very, very good product. Love these. There's a ton of different options now. It's boiling down to price point, right? So with this, great material, great stitching, right? Cool, if you can find that with another Medball, now it's just gonna boil down to the price. So I am gonna put a link for, well, it's really just frayfitness.com, but I'll put a link for that in the description, and then I'll put the code as well. You guys can get 8% off the website if you use my code. That's if there's no other code. What I would do is go to their Twitter, go to their Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media platform you want to use. See if you can find Fray Fitness, and you can on those, and then look for a discount code if they have one available. Typically they do. I know right now I think it's 20% off for the holidays. Like, you'll get these at a steal, but keep in mind, like with all my other videos that I've mentioned, they do not have free shipping. You have to pay for shipping, okay? If you're only ordering a couple things, it's not gonna be crazy expensive, but if you're ordering a lot, that's something to take into account. The good news is with that discount code, it kind of makes it so that you're almost getting shipping covered under the veil of a discount code, right? So, and it's also gonna be dependent upon where you live. They are housed in Tennessee. I don't know specifically where these are coming from, but I can tell you the vast majority of things, the squat rack, their barbell, their dumbbells are coming out of China. I know that because of the oil that they put on it to prevent rusting. And then when you actually look at, like my T-bar row came with a guard on it for the base platform, and it was all written in Chinese, so you could actually see it, right? So my assumption is these are also coming from China as well, but they did a phenomenal job with them. So like I said, great products. Some things to keep in mind. How much is it going to cost to ship to you, right? And is that going to cover the shipping with that? Making sure that you are getting that discount code with it. So that is it. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you have any questions or comments too, let me know below. Maybe something that I didn't cover with this. I also do want to just say, if this is for looks. If this pops off, this is still sealed underneath right here. Like, this is literally just for look. This is cosmetic. It doesn't matter. It could pop off. I could peel all of this off. It doesn't matter at all, right? Now this might wear and tear here more without it being there, but like I said, it's still sealed underneath too. So almost forgot that. But if you guys have anything, like I said, that I didn't cover, you can let me know in the comment section as well. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.